If you're afraid of being judged, it's probably because you're judging other people. If you're afraid of becoming a failure, it's probably because you're devaluing other people's accomplishments. If you're afraid of being disliked, it's probably because you're seeking out the worst in others, so that you could feel a bit better about where you stand. When we experience low self-esteem, our worldview becomes one-dimensional, and our own sagas and melodramas take center stage. We perceive only how we're treated as opposed to recognizing the relationships between how we approach the world and how the world responds to us. We tend to think that our self-esteem depends on how the world treats us. We affirm ourselves to the amount others have affirmed us. We love ourselves to the degree that we've been loved. We believe the sum of who we are is in the totality of what's been said about us to us. We assume we are only as successful as the world perceives us to be, only as beautiful as others feel we are, only as good as we're told. We cannot offer ourselves more grace than we've given. Instead, the reverse is true. How we treat the world, what we say of others, what we perceive to be successful, what we judge, and what we condemn has a far greater impact on our own self-image than what others say of us. The way we respond to others becomes the ultimate karmic chain. We cannot offer ourselves more grace than we've given. When our baseline mode of thinking is trying to decipher ways in which those around us are inferior or not doing as well as they seem, in order to help ourselves feel as though we're not falling behind, we invalidate both their life choices and our own. If we judge the clothing a friend wears, we set a standard that we must dress better than them to be good enough. If we judge a job someone has, we set a standard that we must be higher up than them to be good enough. If we judge someone or how they look, we set a standard that we must be better looking than them to be good enough. This goes on for years until we end up feeling like absolute, complete, utter failures. Because there is absolutely no way we can live up to these impossible expectations. The best possible thing you can do for your self-esteem is to go easier on other people. Actively and consistently seek out the best in them until it's routine. Sincerely compliment and uplift even if it stings your ego at first. Acknowledge progress and expertise even if you fear yours isn't enough. Recognize beauty and strength and good character when you see it, even if it temporarily makes you second-guess your own. Your resistance towards doing this is a sign of your misperception that the more you value and appreciate other people's strengths, the more insignificant yours will seem by comparison. The opposite is true. The more you recognize someone else's authentic and unique type of success, the more you will revel in your own. The more you are able to acknowledge the beauty within an individual, the more you will be able to recognize your own. The more you give others grace for their missteps, the easier you will be on yourself. The more you love others, the more that love will extend back to you. You'll stop living in this sort of permanent competition in which you are simply never enough. Instead, you will start to see how everyone has strengths and weaknesses, highs and lows, progress and setbacks, successes and failures. You will start to see that everyone is simply doing their best with what they have in front of them. It is only from that mindset that you can begin to see your life and yourself as enough. That's all we have for you today. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting videos like this. Thank you for watching. Till next time.